Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan here, and today I'm talking about being afraid of the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue. Now just in case you people don't know what that is the Pennsylvania state equivalent to the Internal Revenue Service. And just like the Internal Revenue Service being a division of the Department of the Treasury, the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue is a division of the Pennsylvania Department of Treasury. But they handle state income tax and state real estate and state sales tax and what other forms of taxation that the Pennsylvania state government does. Now, you might think to yourself, they're the least out of the ones you worry about. You're thinking, well, I don't really worry that much, but they're usually the second to kick in when it comes to being refunded. When people get their refund, usually the federal always seems to do it quicker before the state does. But that's a different story for a different day. Being afraid of the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue is you keep expecting one day someone goes, well, the reason I asked you to come in today was because you're being audited and there are some questions on your state income tax and state sales tax forms, and you might have to answer some questions. Well, of course, I can answer all the questions, Jordan says. I mean, I always pay my state income tax, and the state sales tax is just, include what's the sales price anyway, but still. Now, most people think that it can be a bad thing. Now, some people think, well, I'd be afraid of them. Because you would think that because you got in the back of your mind that if you work for someone and they're taking out on your behalf, they could either be taking out way too much, way too little, or none at all, making you as much as responsible as them. But they're going to get the backlash first, and you get the backlash second. But regardless of which way it goes down to, you're always afraid of being found guilty of tax evasion and then tax invasion by third party. And you're like this. Well, there's definitely is no way I can pay that out of pocket, Jordan says. But I always take out for federal and state income tax all the time. So there's not even a problem with that. But I can't pay out of pocket like you think. Well, we're going to do some payment program, I guess. Now, some people might think, some people think, well, a lot of people aren't afraid and some are. Well, I'm one of those who's definitely afraid of them, afraid of getting in trouble with them, but not because you intentionally did something, but because someone else did something in your behalf, and now you got to answer for it as much as they do. Maybe they have to answer for it more than you do. I mean, there's two different forms of guilty of tax invasion. There's guilty of third party tax invasion, means that you're taking out taxes on somebody else's behalf and stuff. But it also implies that if you're working in a business and you're not taking out for yourself and you're not taking out for others. Then there's called being guilty of third party tax invasion, where you're working for someone and they're taking way too much out or way too little out. But regardless, nobody wants to be in trouble for any versions of it. So there you go. I'm Jordan. I'll see you later.